As the candles on our birthday cakes grow more numerous, something else quietly grows alongside them: the emotional and physical weight of a life fully lived. We carry memories, responsibilities, regrets, and even silent burdens that take up space in our hearts and our homes. But what if I told you that releasing just a few of those burdens could change everything? Not just your peace of mind, not just your sleep or your relationships, but your very health, body and soul. This video is about decluttering, but not just your closet or garage. We're talking about emotional clutter, spiritual clutter, and the physical things that unknowingly weigh you down. If you're over 60, heading towards 70, or already past 75, now is the time. Not to clean for others, but to create sacred space for yourself. Space for joy, for peace, and for purpose in the most precious years of your life. So today, we'll uncover 6 powerful things that you must declutter from your life before age 75. Each one comes with a surprising connection to your physical health, mental clarity, and emotional release. Some of them may seem small, others may hit close to the heart, but I promise you, letting go will not diminish who you are. It will magnify it, because your life is not defined by what you carry. It's defined by what you're free to feel, experience, and become. So take a deep breath with me. Let's begin a journey of release, one that honors your past while freeing your future. Let's make room for the peace you've earned and the joy you still deserve. 1. Letting go of past regrets and unresolved grudges. Regret is a quiet companion that follows many of us into our later years. It's not always loud, but it sits heavy on the heart. Regret over things we didn't say, over mistakes we made, over time lost or relationships broken. And often, right beside regret, sits its old friend, resentment. Holding on to regrets and unresolved grudges might feel justified, but over time they become toxins in our system. Invisible weight that we carry day after day. Did you know that emotional stress, like guilt, shame, or anger, can directly affect your heart health, your immune system, and even your quality of sleep? Scientists have found that long-term emotional distress can raise cortisol levels, the body's stress hormone. That's been linked to increased risk of high blood pressure, inflammation, and even sudden cardiac events. So how do we let go? It starts with understanding this. Forgiveness is not a reward for the other person. It's a gift to yourself. When you forgive someone, or yourself, you're saying, I choose peace over pain. You're not saying what happened was okay. You're simply choosing not to let it dominate your future. Here are 3 ways to start. Write it out. Journal the things you wish you could have changed or said. Then, tear up the page or burn it safely, as a ritual of release. Pray or meditate for peace. Whether you believe in God, the universe, or simply the healing power of quiet, speak out your need to let go. Speak the words. If possible, have the conversation. Tell someone you forgive them. Or if they've passed, say it out loud to a photo or grave. It matters more than you know. Remember, your sleep is sacred. Your heart deserves lightness, not the heaviness of old pain. Every time you release regret or anger, you make space for joy, laughter, and rest. Let your later years be defined by what you give, not what you carry. 2. Clearing out toxic relationships. It's hard to admit, but sometimes the people closest to us are the ones who wound us most deeply. Toxic relationships, whether it's an old friend, a relative, or even a partner, create a cloud of emotional unrest that lingers day after day. You may feel it in the pit of your stomach before a phone call, or in the exhaustion you feel after a visit. Over time, this emotional drain becomes physical. The science backs it up. Long-term stress from toxic relationships can elevate blood pressure, increase the risk of heart disease, and contribute to depression and even cognitive decline. Simply put, the wrong people can poison your peace. But here's the good news. It's not too late to set yourself free, let me be clear. Setting boundaries isn't about cruelty, it's about clarity. You don't have to cut people off entirely to protect your peace. You can limit time, adjust expectations, or even choose silence over arguments. And in some cases, if a relationship is repeatedly harmful, it's okay to walk away completely. Here's how to start. Identify who drains you. Ask yourself, after I spend time with this person, do I feel better or worse? Name your boundary. That might be fewer phone calls, shorter visits, or choosing not to engage in certain topics. Speak with kindness but firmness. Say something like, I care about you, but I need to protect my peace right now. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now it's time to care for your spirit. Don't let guilt trap you in cycles of stress. You deserve calm, kindness, and community. The years ahead are too precious to spend defending yourself from those who refuse to grow with you. When you clear the clutter of toxic relationships, you don't lose love. You open space for real love to flourish. 3. Decluttering your physical space. We often underestimate how much our surroundings affect our well-being. A cluttered home can lead to a cluttered mind. And as we age, the piles of old papers, forgotten boxes, or unused furniture do more than just take up space. They become a source of stress, accidents, and even sadness. Many seniors report feeling overwhelmed in their own homes. But what if I told you that clearing your physical space could actually reduce anxiety, improve sleep, and even prevent falls? Researchers have found that physical clutter increases cortisol levels, just like emotional stress does. Plus, cluttered spaces are statistically more dangerous for seniors, increasing the risk of trips, injuries, and fires. So where do we begin? Start small. One drawer, one shelf, one box. Here's a simple step-by-step. Choose one small area per day. A nightstand, a junk drawer, a single cabinet. Sort into 3 categories: keep, donate, let go. Let someone help you. Invite a grandchild or a friend to assist. It can even be a bonding activity. And here's the truth. You don't need to keep every single item to preserve every single memory. Consider photographing items that hold sentimental value, then donating or passing them on. You can even write a note about the story behind an object and gift it to a loved one. That way, the memory lives on, without the clutter. Also, organize for safety. Keep walkways clear, remove loose rugs, install easy-to-reach storage. This isn't about minimalism for the sake of trend. It's about creating a space that serves you, your body, your safety, and your peace of mind. Because your home should be a sanctuary, not a museum for what once was, but a temple for who you are now. Decluttering your physical space is one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself and those who love you. 4. Releasing the need for perfection. Many of us grew up in a time when perfection was expected. A clean house, a well-mannered family, a spotless reputation. But perfection is a prison, one that often goes unnoticed. Even now, in your 60s or 70s, you might feel the silent pressure to always look okay, to have your life in order, to never ask for help. But my friend, perfection is not peace. In fact, the need to appear perfect creates tension, anxiety, and even health risks. Studies have shown that perfectionism is associated with chronic stress, insomnia, and increased risk of depression. And you know what? None of that is necessary anymore. Your life is not an audition. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to hide your emotions to be strong. What you need is realness, softness, rest. Here's how to release that pressure. Catch the critic. Notice when you say things like, I should have, or that wasn't good enough. Speak kindly to yourself. Replace that voice with, I'm doing the best I can, and that's enough. Celebrate imperfection. Your wrinkles tell stories. Your scars show strength. Your struggles prove resilience. Let your grandkids see you cry sometimes. Let your friends hear you say, I don't have it all together. Because that's how they will learn to love themselves too. There is deep beauty in letting go of perfection, because it means you finally trust that who you are is enough. You don't need to be flawless to be worthy. You are already whole. 5. Purging negative self-talk and limiting beliefs. I. Most dangerous words are often the ones we say to ourselves. I'm too old for this. I'm not smart enough. My best days are behind me. These may sound harmless, but they carry tremendous weight. They shape how you see yourself, how you act, how you age. Negative self-talk doesn't just affect your mood, it can change your biology. Researchers have found that people with positive self-perceptions live up to 7 years longer than those with negative views of aging. Your thoughts have power. They either nourish your soul or drain it. So it's time to declutter the lies and speak truth to your spirit. Here's how. Name the lies. What do you say to yourself that's limiting your joy or growth? Challenge them. Ask, would I say this to a friend? If not, it doesn't belong in your mind. Create affirmations. Say out loud each morning, I am wise, I am growing. I still have purpose. You are not a burden. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are a miracle in motion, with breath in your lungs and purpose in your soul. Choose thoughts that lift you up, not weigh you down. The next chapter of your life deserves a narrator who is kind and loving, and that narrator is you. 6. Letting go of material attachments. We live in a world that often equates happiness with having more stuff, more wealth, more status. But as the years go by, many come to realize that real peace comes from simplicity. Holding on to things might bring comfort, but when they become attachments, they can start to hold you. You are not your house. You are not your jewelry. You are not the heirlooms in your attic. You are the love behind those things. You are the memories, the stories, the wisdom, and none of that can ever be lost. Letting go of material possessions isn't about giving up. It's about freeing up, freeing your mind, your space, and your soul. Start here. Choose items that still bring you joy. Keep what matters deeply. Let go of what no longer serves you. Pass things on with purpose. Gift items to loved ones now, while you're here to tell the stories behind them. Value presence over possessions. Invest in conversations, walks, in the park, watching sunsets, not collecting more things. There's a deep spiritual joy that comes from simplicity. The more you release, the more you gain. Peace, freedom, clarity. Because your soul was never meant to be weighed down by what you own. It was meant to soar. Let's take a breath. You've carried so much. You've lived through so much. And now, you have the sacred opportunity to let go, to release the regrets that no longer define you, to walk away from toxic energy that depletes you, to clear your home and mind of chaos and pressure, to stop chasing perfection and start embracing peace, to replace harmful thoughts with love, and to remember, you are not your things, you are your heart. Every item, every thought, every old pain you release makes room for rest, for joy, and for freedom. You deserve that peace. Not tomorrow. Now. If this message touched you, I invite you to leave a comment. Share one thing you're ready to let go of. And if you know someone else who needs this message, send it their way. Because healing doesn't happen in silence, it happens when we choose to declutter together. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more health and emotional guidance made for our beautiful senior family, and remember, your life is not ending, it's refining. You are not fading, you're freeing. Your soul is not cluttered, it's ready to shine. Bless you, dear friend. Now go and let it go.